Fight over superannuation tax increases will rage all the way to the next election. The Prime Minister stands accused of breaking an election promise by doubling tax on multi-million-dollar nest eggs. Live to Trudy McIntosh in Canberra. Trudy, who will this affect?
Pete, as we just heard, the Treasurer arguing that this amounts only to a modest change, one that will impact around 80,000 superannuation balances in this country, which have a balance of over $3 million. The change will mean for them, for the earnings and the tax they pay on that above $3 million, it will go from 15%, which is the current concessional rate, up to 30%. And that will raise around $2 billion a year for the budget bottom line. The question of a broken promise, though, is crucial here. Whether this is one, the government says because it doesn't start until after the next election, they can't have broken the promise. But they will be legislating this change in this term of Parliament. The Coalition says the government was crystal clear about this ahead of election day, that there would be no changes to superannuation at all. The Treasurer himself ahead of time had said that there would be no major changes. Well, again this morning, using that language to argue that there hasn't been a breach of faith here.
That it's not a major change to superannuation. You know, I said that there wouldn't be major changes, and this is a modest change. It's an important change, but it's not a major change to the system. Well, I'm not going to quibble over the language of it, Pete, but the point that I'm making is it's not a major change. I don't think it should be an especially controversial change.
Once you do start changing policy, though, it opens the door for questions about what more could be to come in this term of government. The Treasurer pushed on whether there will be changes to capital gains tax or negative gearing, given his own tax expenditures statement yesterday said that tax breaks for housing are worth way more to the budget than superannuation is. But as we heard Treasurer Jim Chalmers arguing, for now, that is not the focus. That the focus, Pete, and the priority remains superannuation, which they have now announced.